Today I'm gonna teach you my party trick. Well, one of my party tricks. I'm also super good at the limbo, but that's not really something you can teach, I think. Anyway, what I'm talking about is knots. It's how I pick up all the cute boys and girls. I'm kidding. Showing people how to knot has worked as a flirtation 0% of the time. Is this information useful? Maybe? Who doesn't need a knot? Everyone needs a good knot. At least 2 of these knots, I promise, will help you in your life. One of them I use for everything, and since I have started using it for everything, I haven't had a single hammock-related accident. So, the first knot we have is a standard 8 knot. So you take your piece of string, this is the end we're gonna use, and you make an eye, then you make another eye going the other way. So if on the first eye you put the loose end on top, then on the next eye you put the loose end on the bottom. And then you take the end and put it through the top, the first eye, and pull. And it should look like an 8. And that's how you know you've done it right. One more time. You make an eye, put the loose end on top, make another eye, put the loose end on the bottom, and then put the loose end through the first eye and pull. It should look like an 8, a bit like a pretzel. Typically, this knot is used if you don't want your rope to slip through something. So if you put your rope through a hole and you don't want it to slip through back, put a simple 8 knot in the rope and then it doesn't slip back through the hole. Useful knot. This is one of the 2 knots that I have used always. The second knot is the bowline. This is the knot that keeps my hammocks up and I use for basically anything. With a little ingenuity, this knot will always get the job done. So basically, just this one knot, if you got this one knot, you're good, you're set for life. And this is a knot I've used so often, I can do it with my eyes closed. So, lake, snake, tree, lake, pull. There we go. This is the knot. And it's a knot that gives you a little loop. And the way to make this knot is you start with an eye. This eye is not going to be the loop that you have in the end. A lot of people think that when they're starting out and it causes a lot of confusion. That's not the case. This eye is going to be closed by the time you're done. The loose end, put it on top of the other end. Then you take the loose end, well, we're gonna go call it a snake for this because it just sticks better, the snake. And from the bottom, coming towards you, the snake comes out of the lake, goes around the tree. The tree is the tight end, the bottom rope, and back into the lake. And then you pull. And this is it focused on? It's focused on my face. We'll do that again. Stop focusing on Jenna Louise Coleman in the back. I need to take this down because my camera keeps focusing on it and that's a problem. Okay, so goodbye, Jenna. So you make an eye, the loose end on top of you, the snake on top. Then the snake comes through the lake, goes around the tree being the rope that's not the snake, and goes back through the lake. Then you take the snake and the lake and pull. We'll do the pause stick one more time properly so you can see it. So you have your loop, the loose end being the end that's on top. Now you take the snake, go through the loop coming towards you, go around the bottom tree, the bottom rope, which is the tree, go around it, and then back through the loop, and then you pull. You will never need another knot once you know how to do this one. It may not be proper, but it's effective. For the rest of the knots, I need my iPad. Not because I need my iPad to show me how to make the knots, but because I know the German names and I have a dictionary on here. So, just for proof that I know how to make the knots without, like, graphics. The first one is the Kreuzknoten, or in English, crown knot, carrick bend, reef knot, or square knot. I'm gonna go with the carrick knot because it says knot behind it, like N-A-U-T, and I believe that means nautical. And as a sailor, that's the one I'm gonna pick. This is used to attach two pieces of rope to each other. So you have one rope, two rope. This only works if they're of the same strength, the same width. You take the two pieces, hold them in front of you, then you cross them and loop under, then you cross them again and loop under. What often can happen is that you put the wrong rope on top and then the knot looks wrong. Wait, let me show you what that would look like. Nope, I did it right. How do I do it wrong? I don't know how to do it wrong. Okay, well, you can do it wrong. I'm currently unable to figure out how, but it is possible to do it wrong. The way you make sure you don't is whichever rope you put on top the first time, so this, I'm putting this on top, so towards me, and then I fold it under. On the second go, the same rope has to be on top. And then you get it right. Let's do it again. So you have two ropes, you put the right side on top, fold it under and up, just like when you tie a shoelace. Then you put the left side on top, fold it under and up. And that's your, what was it called in English? Kreuzknoten. So you have your two ropes. This one goes on top, under, and now this one, the same one, goes on top and under and pull, and there you have it. The next knot we have is the sheet bend, which in German is Schurtsteg. This is connecting two ropes that are of different strengths and different widths. Here I have my two ropes. This one is clearly thicker than this one, though arguably this one is stronger than this one. But that's not important. What's important is I have two different ropes of two different widths. And this works with like a super thick rope and then a really thin one as well. They don't need to be this close in widths. So you take your thicker rope and make a loop. Then you take your thin rope, put it into the loop, put it once around the top and back through the rope. That was terribly described, but I'll show you in a moment, and it should look like this in the end. You take this and you put it through, then pull it once around the whole other rope, like the whole loop, and then you're gonna weave it back through this, itself. I'm not sure if that made, like my description is making a lot of sense. I'm just hoping the visual is helpful. Let's do this one more time. I'm gonna try to like describe it better. You have your loop, which is just a rope, and then you just hold it. Don't make a knot or anything, just hold it. Then you take your small rope, put it through away from you, behind you. So it should look to you as it does now to the camera, because I'm doing the whole thing the other way around, so it looks correct to you, the audience, and not to me. Then you take this and you bring it under here so it goes once around the whole loop. Then you take this end, make a little loop here with the smaller string, and bring the end back through that loop and pull. That is it. That is your knot. Yeah, that's my party trick. I tie one hell of a bowline. I do hope that was helpful, or at least entertaining. This print, I don't know if you can see it here, but it's the I'm a little teapot, short and stout, here's my handle, here's my trout print, is available on my Etsy store in A4 and A5. I think it's the funniest thing I've ever done. I genuinely believe that. The link to my Etsy store, Genuine Mermaid, will be down below. Bye!